Greetings, dear viewer. It is I, Manny Magi, coming back from one long hiatus to continue my grand adventure across the 8-bit world of Chandalar. On this stream, I will continue to fight my way through a lot of Magic the Gathering games to free Chandalar from the shackles of Emrakul's influence and the corrupted Planeswalkers. Will I succeed? Will this adventure come to a satisfying conclusion for my audience? Will I continue to ask these silly and redundant questions? All this and more could be answered in today's stream of The Masked Magic Man's Grand Adventure with a resounding no. With that being said, my last stream was a few weeks ago. It was just basically me playing through some Commander using Blight Curse, both the pre-con and the upgraded version. I then had some stuff not go my way for several weeks in a row, and this is me finally getting back into the rhythm of things. So for this stream, I plan on resuming trying to build my Dragons deck. The one that will be... Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. He jumped up onto the laptop stand I keep next to me for at least one of my kitties to accompany me on my adventure. So he's like, hi. Hey, buddy. Anyway. Dragons. My Dragons deck that I use on my personal account I think would make a pretty good addition to the stream. Change things up. But I've got a few challenges that I've placed on myself, if you all recall. Mainly, that it's going to be 40 cards, and anything with a unique name will be limited to 1. Also, any legendaries will be limited to 1. Not all uniquely named cards are legendary, and not all legendaries are uniquely named, so I made sure to stipulate that with both of them. And maybe that will make everything, shake things up a little bit with my stream. Speaking of shaking things up, I had a little shake up this week when I had a little mishap. So I knew the bus was a mistake the moment I stepped on. Felt every passenger's eyes do this quick, subtle scan people do when a new variable enters their little ecosystem. I tried to make myself small, not hard to do when you look like me. As you can tell by my camera here, my camera when I start playing, I'm not the biggest person, but with the beanbag belly like mine, that's when it can get a little hard, especially when it looks like it's been overstuffed and under-aired. I shuffle down the aisle a little bit, rating the faint aroma of I forgot laundry day exists, and took the only open seat next to a woman quietly reading. I tried to sit gently. Instead, I plopped down with the grace of a collapsing tent. The seat wheezed. I wheezed. She glanced up, startled, probably wondering if the bus had hit a pothole, or if I had simply arrived. Ugh. I told myself, just be normal. Which is exactly what triggered my downfall. Hi, I said, except it came out as a breathy hi, like a deflated balloon trying to flirt. She blinked. I panicked. I'm not usually outside, I added, as if I was trying to clarify anything. I mean, I go outside. Sometimes. Not often. Today is a field trip. She gave a polite smile. The kind people give raccoons who wander too close. I tried to recover by pretending to check my phone, but my screen lit up with a notification from a game titled Dungeon Slob Ultimate Edition. She definitely saw it. I tilted my phone away like it was a contraband. The bus lurched. My body, loyal to physics but not to dignity, lurched with it. My shoulder bumped hers. Lightly, but to make me gasp like I'd committed a felony, and she probably thought I had to. Sorry, I'm white. I mean, my personal radius is expansive. She nodded slowly, probably deciding whether to move seats or call the cops. In a desperate attempt to seem human, I tried that tiny talk, or small talk. Do you, ride buses often? She looked at me, then the bus around us, then back to me. Yes. Cool. That was the silence right there. I could have just let it live. I could have let the moment pass peacefully. But no, my brain, ever the saboteur, whispered, ask her something else. So I did. Do you know if this bus goes near the mall? I'm trying to buy deodorant for reasons. She opened her mouth, then closed it, then pointed at the route map above us, letting me know it's 3 stops away. Oh, I thought that was art. The bus stopped. She stood up, gracefully, efficient, like a person who had never once fallen asleep in a gaming chair. As she stepped off, she gave me a tiny, sympathetic smile. And she wished me good luck. I nodded, trying to look composed, but my backpack strap caught on the seat and yanked me sideways like a puppet whose strings had been cut. She witnessed the whole thing before the doors closed. I sat there, alone, smelling faintly of despair and cheese dust, thinking, well, that could have gone worse. Actually, no. No, it couldn't. But hey, I talked to a woman on public transportation, and that's basically character development. Much more development than my deck has been going through these past few streams. So now there's one thing I've been wanting to get into. I had asked if people would have liked to have seen this. I didn't really get any engagement about it on Twitter, but I'm going to do it anyways. I had an idea to do Forge news. So I will basically sum up the updates that I think are interesting over the past week. So that's quite a few snapshots that would have come out. You know, at least one a day. I'm not summing up the snapshots over the past 3 weeks. That would just be too much. But the reason I do this is because as I've been very content with how Forge is, I've now noticed that there are things, or that there have been changes made that I was not aware of. Maybe it's just because I haven't been checking the change log as in depth as I could have been. I realized that not only is there the change log that comes up when you're updating, but if you go to the more in-depth Forge client, there's an entire page of the recent release notes, or the change log. In other words. And I decided, I'm like, hey, I could screenshot that and put a little star in paint on the ones that I like and the ones that I understand. Even though the devs do a pretty good job of explaining certain stuff. The stuff that's not readily apparent by their name. And I thought, hey, I will, do that, and any announcements, and that'll be a little segment in and of its own. MTG Forge news. So I do need to come up with a some kind of graphic to show that that's the segment I'm going into. Despite all the time that I had to prepare for this stream, including my false start from last week, I should have had something prepared. So that's on me. But I'm going to go ahead and go into that. Alright. So as you can see, I've got a little star up here for the Scryfall price generator. Use the JSON-L format. So this will update, or this updated the Scryfall price generator to use that format offered by the newest API. I'm thinking this means the API that Scryfall provides. And this also restore the project dir for additions. I have no idea what this means. Oh, by the way, we are currently working on Snapshot version 2.0.15-snapshot-08.15. It was, or I did my update yesterday. Well, specifically last night. But this will help keep a log of things as they are, as we're going along. Maybe people can find something to be like cross-reference or whatever with all this. Let's see. Going on to the next one. I said next one. There we go. For those that care about Universes Beyond, card ranker test. So the test rank has a 1-second timeout, but its first ranking lookup makes the draft rank cache lazily read and parse the whole rankings folder. 186 files and about 45,000 lines. Whew. So for anyone who likes draft and whatnot, there's a little update to make it more efficient. I personally not the biggest fan of it myself, but hey, let's see. For back when we were still on 2.0.14, they added tapped out and MTG Goldfish deck URL loading. So I'm thinking that this means that when all the decks load and stuff, these will load as well. And I am always good for that, or always happy to see that. I do like just playing against random decks, just not in any one mode. I just want to play more and more Magic the Gathering. I think I might have accidentally just which moves it? Duplicated this one. Oof, I know this one's a little bit small. This is what I get for going back and forth between my own personal copy of Forge and then this one for my screenshots. So let's see, MSH and MBC achievements have been added, and then puzzle names were fixed. Let's see, they also added puzzles. Let's see, and then added a URL back. I love the puzzle modes, so this is interest to me. And then, for those of you who care about it, I know I don't, but there are others who do. And part of the news is not just reporting what you like, it's reporting what others might like. But the Star Trek Welcome Decks Batch 1 have been added to Forge. So there you go. There was an update to the Hobbit text. It was specifically to fix the land slot. Without an explicit slot for dual lands that appear in the land slot, it would also populate that slot with the seasonal plains lands. Then there were addition updates, including to Star Trek and Secret Lair drops. This one I'm not too sure of. It says fixed navigation arrow position, where they adjusted the navigation arrow pointing from left to the most, or from the leftmost bottom to center of POI, and the nearest POI position from player's center position. Let's see, they fixed the card image renderer, which closed another ticket. And then update to prepare for, or to update the card image renderer for prepare cards. And that's it. That's all I have for actual news. One thing I wish I'd gotten a screenshot of that I didn't have time for, just thought of it today while I was looking through YouTube while preparing for all this, was, so, you know, I have this you know, this setup, this layout. You know, it's pretty simple, and just for me to add this one window to, you know, look at screenshots that I've taken, it took all of about 5 minutes or so. And it, you know, it worked immediately. All I have to do is set it up before stream, part of my stream checklist, and that's it. As I watch other streamers cover things like drama and whatnot, I watched somebody, I can't remember if it's Meme Copium or Don Flurgandy, but someone watched the good old quartering Jeremy Hambley fuck up his shit again. And it's because of his stream layout. He had a window of something he was supposed to be covering cover up a good chunk of his camera. This is something that I've seen happen more than once. It's not always the camera or the content covering his part of the camera. Sometimes it's his camera covering part of the content or whatnot. And I find that so fixably dumb. It shows that after a decade, he still has no idea how to ensure just a little bit of a professional touch to what he's doing. He has no way to ensure it. He has no way to add it. He has no way. It's almost like he started streaming last week. I mean, so my stuff is not a single layer. Like if you look up right now, any just stream layout or whatever, you will see a bunch of different, you know, little layouts and whatnot. And they've got spaces. that help you section off and prioritize certain parts of your content. So you'll have a space for your camera, you will have a space for your gameplay, and you just add the sources underneath the layout. If you look at mine, it's not one big piece. There are multiple sources here, and multiple layers for my sources. You know, you've just looking at this. You've got my banner up top. You've got my content frame, the big red rectangle. You've got frames for both my stills, pretending that I'm a camera, or that's a camera, and then for my cat cam. You've got another one for my chat. And then under each one of those are layers of moving parts. And then all the way down at the bottom, you have the background that keeps everything from just staring at a blank black screen. It is so easy to figure out where everything should be layered. And Jeremy Hambley just can't fucking figure that out. All he needs to do is go to his sources and move his content one layer down, or however many layers down, under his camera. Being his setup, I don't think it's going to be that hard. I'm willing to bet it's just one solid overlay for the graphical design of that, and then there's his content, whatever he's screen sharing. So that's probably what it is. This is a screen share, and then there's his camera, and his content or his screen share should be under his camera, so it doesn't keep bleeding over and covering up his camera. My camera, quote unquote, that's made of multiple layers, and not a single one of them bleeds over. My cat cam, quote unquote cam, made of multiple layers, never bleeds over. I have been doing this less than a year. You'd think someone like Hambley, who has been streaming for a fucking decade, would be able to figure this shit out. You know, and it gets even simpler when you go up to like My Now Live, which has even less parts to it. Obviously, everything on the right side of the screen remains the same, but the majority of my screen is now just two things. It's that frame, and it's a graphic behind it. All of what you see is one single graphic. All that text, all those icons, that background, all of it is one. You know, keep it simple, stupid. So this is, it's complicated because there's got to be a bunch of moving parts to it. You've got to have my, you know, my, which moves it? The shuffled, oh, what's it called? I'm blanking on the word, but basically it's a slideshow. There we go. This shuffled slideshow. Try saying that 10 times fast. But the shuffled slideshow of my stills. Then you've got the chair behind it. Then you've got the background. Then you've got my cat cam, which is made of just as many movable pieces. You've got the outer frame, or the front of the little cat carrier they're in. Then you've got the slideshow. Then you've got the back of the little kitty bed. Like that, it's two separate parts. So I can have the freaking the slideshow between them. And then there's still a background even behind that. There's the wall. And you can only see little slivers of it around the ears, but it's still there. Because detail matters. But this is a whole lot of moving parts. And I still, I never messed it up. So I don't get how somebody who's been streaming for 10 fucking years messes it up on almost a weekly basis. Every week, Hambly has something dumb happen with this stream that was easily preventable. All he has to do is look at his shit. And we've... excuse me. We've seen how simple his setup is because he screen shared his OPS. How professional of that, by the way. To show the behind the scenes. But we've seen what that looks like. And we've seen how simple it all is. It's not even like he has an excuse. He just never paid attention to any of that shit actually looks like. He always likes to blame his editors and stuff for shit. But it's like, dude, this is on you. You need to take a fucking look at your shit every once in a while. But this is what happens when you don't build it from the ground up. When you have someone else do it. But... oh, hello, Druids Union. Okay, so the plan for today is, once I'm done quote-unquote reporting the news for Forge, which has devolved into me complaining about Jeremy Hambly, it's to try to get back to building my dragon deck, so I'm not just stuck playing vampires until I get my anti-boss deck. So I've kind of got two projects going on at once right now: dragons and anti-boss stuff. My anti-boss deck has to do with as quickly as possible establishing an infinite loop that drains my opponents down to 0. And seeing as how some of these bosses can have 70, 90, or 100 HP, getting them down to 0 as quickly as possible really it's really usually in as few as 5 of my own turns. So 10 turn game total. They can go pretty darn quick. So anyway, what's EDH Lab? See, this is what I play. It's called Forge Adventure Mode. So when I talk about like building decks and stuff, this is what I'm talking about. How is my deck coming on here? This is my dragon deck so far. I'm at 44 when I should be at 40. I also don't have a lot of lands. Okay. I hate playing TCGs on anything like tabletop sim. I do. I I like tabletop sim. I do. I think it is great for stuff like Warhammer and what like that. Stuff where you actually do have to like move around the board and move pieces and stuff and get those really precise angles and stuff and you know and if you want to know if you have like a building piece and with windows and stuff and you want to see if you'll be able to get your enemy through that window and stuff, that's really great for that. But it's too much for just a regular TCG. You know, it's there's too many moving pieces, too many unneeded buttons for that because it's trying to give you as much freedom. It's trying to give you that real life experience of playing a tabletop game. But when you're playing a TCG, that stuff just gets in the way. Oh, soldier invasion. Okay, that's why there are 3 soldiers around me. Okay. But here. This is free as well. And it does... Okay. Yeah. Okay, okay. So, let's see. What was I going with? This is also built just for Magic the Gathering. So this is just kind of the game. There's different aspects to this. There's adventure mode, then there's classic mode. So let's see. Do I want to keep this? Because I'm like kind of almost there. I just need a single swamp. Oh, this has got not just commander, it's got like Vanguard, Pauper. It's got a lot. Why are there 2 different fonts? Huh. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna keep this. I'm probably gonna regret that. I'll get her out while I still can. I could really use the next swamp here. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, he won't have them. So, the way this handles automation is, as you can see, there's not a lot of animations or anything. What are pubs? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But this is very animation like, oh, public matches, yeah, especially when most of them are best of 1. This actually only uses best of 3 for boss matches and stuff, so for mini bosses and up. But as you can see, that here you've got this little animation for summoning sickness. There's a little animation for when you get hit. There's a little blood. These tap, and there's like a red laser or blue laser, or there's some colored laser for effects. That's it. Oh, these also grow slightly bigger before fading out when they're destroyed. But that's any card, but like that's it. I I think I fought at least one sliver in this game. Yeah, auto yield. Well, thanks, deck. You actively fucked me. Concede. Yeah. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna have to exit anyway because I'm wondering what the hell is wrong with all this. Like what the hell? Am I on default? Yeah, I'm on default. So there should be this. And this only. Anyway, okay. So here's the list of variants that are currently supported by the game. So Vanguard, Mormir, Commander right there, Oathbreaker, Brawl. So this game supports just about every card that Wizards has ever printed or just ever created. The only ones it doesn't are stuff that is just now being released or certain Infinity cards that are just absolutely unplayable. So like if there's a card that's from Infinity that says that you have to play the rest of the game standing up, well, how do you implement that? You know, without putting certain restrictions on people. But so there is both Brawl and Commander. So Commander and Commander Light from Arena, Plane Chase, Archenemy, Archenemy Rumble, and you can play online. In fact, there is a Discord channel for getting matches and whatnot. And this is completely free. If you would like to test out yourself, there is a link to it in the description of this stream. It's if you scroll on down past my under the two Ko-Fis, one for me and one for this, because this is definitely a labor of love. So any donations towards the Forge team would be greatly appreciated for them. Not a sponsor, they do not sponsor me. But under that is the link to the GitHub page. So if you if you also want to give this a try, you know, this is kind of my thing. This is what I want to my channel to revolve around is this whole game. I'm actually going to cover up all this real quick. I'm going to restart this and see what in God's name is up with my fonts. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, trust me, this is adventure is really fun for PvE. I haven't shown you everything yet, but if you'd caught my life total, I'd actually started at 21 instead of 20. It's because it's a role-playing game, and you can gain more life, more starting life through playing, like equipping certain items, defeating bosses grants you 1 permanent rise to your life. Let's see. Now, where's default? Where is that? Where's the folder with the font I need? Come on. Yeah, all the ones that are... Yeah, there shouldn't have been that sans serif font in there, like, at all. Damn it, I just get done ranting about how freaking one YouTuber screws up his shit all the time, and then here goes mine. Damn it. Game, don't do this to me. Yeah, this does not have... okay. I can't make any promises about what online is like, so I don't know if there's a voice chat. I've never played online on here. So... Ooh, okay, everything's looking good. I started back up the game, so it should be loading up the way it's supposed to now. But yeah, I've never even tried to play online on Forge. I have played online on Arena, and I mainly stick to Historic because I like using my Vampire deck, but it's... Oh, how can I put this? I don't like trying to chase Standard, so I stick to Historic, and it's still not fun for me because, you know, the power creep in Historic is slowly rising and rising and rising. And Pinky, what are you doing? She just went absolutely ham on this box that I've got. Oh, yeah. That's actually, I wanted to save this until the end of the stream, but, I've got a little, let's see here. There we go. Everything's loaded back up. So, what you can do is have both opponents, or all opponents. You can go up to 4, and up to 5 matches at a time. You can have all of them be AI, and it slows down the match a little bit. You know, the Forge purposely will slow down the bots so that they're not speeding through everything at light speed. But you can basically have bots go at each other, and I'm using that to or I'm going to use that to put together a video of a vampire tournament to see which vampire is the best out of the most popular ones. The only thing is, the only I like looked up which vampires were the most popular throughout Magic, and I only chose the ones with unique names, and they had to be legendary as well, so that way I could see like which is the best. And I've been working hard to put together decks that reflect them, their colors, and their effects. So this... No, I'm going to do standard. Because I, because classic mode is the best for making videos with, I think. If you want an example, check my, and these will have dupes. Let's see here. If you check out my video series, Planar Conquest, you know that's how I make my videos with using classic mode, which is what you're looking at now. You know, let's just hit start actually, since this won't affect my my adventure mode game. Oh, I forgot to do AI. Well, okay, so there it goes. There's two AI going at it. You can see how it actually looks very clean, you know, very simple, but you can still tell what everything is. So you can tell what the hand is, what the graveyard, what the deck, and the exiled zones are. And then that's all on the right side. And then on the left side, you have, of course, each player and their avatar, their life total. Flash, that's what that little lightning bolt is. That is the cards, the public knowledge of cards that have flash on them. And then your mana count. And then just extra stuff down at the bottom. That star is just for like sideboard stuff and then anything extra. But it's very clean. It's very simple. However, the commander layout is not my favorite, because what each person has, just like how this is 2 rows, as soon as there's a third player, it's now 3 rows. And I don't like that. However, I don't have a window prepped for it, but so Forge has 2 applications. Whenever you download from the GitHub, there's going to be 2 applications. One is going to just be Forge, and then one is going to be Forge Adventure. So I'm currently playing Forge Adventure. And then there's just Forge. Forge has a much more I know what I want to say, but it's like, you know, this UI for what I'm doing right now, it's very user friendly. Forge is for people who know what the hell they are doing. And it's I feel like it's more geared for Commander, actually. Because it will have, you know how when you play Magic the Gathering online, how it has like the equal rectangles up top for each one of your opponents? You can do that in Forge. You know, you can just have the long rectangle of space down at the bottom for your stuff, and then you have the more condensed space up at the top for your opponents. But also you can move things around, and you can edit your UI in Forge. You can't do that in this one. There are settings you can play with, but you can't move too much around. But in what moves it? in Forge, you can do that, and there's a lot of extra information that is always displayed, so that you just have all this stuff in your face as you need it. Whereas with what I got in front of me now, what you're looking at, that same information's still there. It's just kind of hidden. Like, here, let me turn off and then start. Let's do a little. So, like, for a braid, right here, I can just swipe down. I get a simplified view of everything. But also, if there are any changes to this card, like, say, an arena card gives it perpetual flash, that would get added here. And then a little, like, flash icon would... My goodness. My cats are going crazy. But, they use Scryfall. Concede. Go away. Where is it? Settings. Files. What you can do is, actually, that was part of my, my news update. I was talking about, for card prices for the in-game card shops, that's based off of Scryfall, and that just got updated for more current prices. So you can actually hit download, and that will download straight from Scryfall. You can do the same with card images. I haven't updated it in a while, so it says I'm missing almost 5K. But quest images does not come from Scryfall, that comes from the GitHub. Same with skins. Skins is overall this appearance. I have my own, I make my own skins. The only reason this is the default that I use, because I've only made like small tweaks to it. But that's so that adventure looks the way I need it to. But like, I added myself into the game, so that's I also edited in my own sleeves right before they added this. I was like, oh man, like, I worked so hard to put these in, and then you give me this option? Damn it. Which is a great idea, by the way. It really is. I'm glad they did, but it's like, damn it. You can basically search for any card art. So the one I like to go for is Sorin. And then it shows you all the Sorin ones. And you just pick one, and boom. It makes that into a card sleeve for you. But I'm just like, oh, I worked so hard to get all these into the game. Which is why do they accept imports from Architect, or does it need to be a text list? There's... Let's see, what do I want to use as a... What you can do, actually, is, Oh, wait, hold on. Hit new deck. No, don't be sorry. I love showing this stuff off. I love this client. And I love talking about it. You can literally, copy and paste, or, like, you know, it doesn't matter what your how you download your thing, just freaking, as long as you can like copy it, you can then import from clipboard. There you go. As you know, as long as you can select and copy the text, you can import it. So and then you can also copy to clipboard, so if you want to take it off, you know, but there is and then I you may not need like you may not need to download it or get it to the game. It may already be in it, because if it's online, this that's another thing I just talked about in news, in my Forge news segment. They added like MTG Goldfish and was architect. Let me look at my screen, you know, my folder for that news, because I had wrong one. Gosh darn it. There we go. Okay, is it coming up now? It should be up. There you go. Okay. Damage assignments model, blah blah blah. Stock cards. Some cleanup, card cleanup. Here we go. Added tapped out and MTG Goldfish URL loading. When the game loads, it grabs decks, or it grabs the URLs of sites where decks are hosted, or you know, deck lists are. And what you can do is when you actually like, you know, want to play against certain decks, you can, come on, let me show off, damn it. So this would all be mine, but you can pull pre-constructed decks. These ones are ones that people have made up for the game, but you can pull, oh, here we go, net decks. So you can pull from just about anyone. Like there's Brewer's Kitchen right here, brewing on a budget magic, you know. Are they here yet? You know, where's MTG Goldfish? Oh, Meme or Dream, you know. So if there's someone, much ado about nothing, you know, if there's somebody hosting deck lists, you can download straight from it and play your deck against it. So there's the download for the installer Windows, right? No instructions. Yeah. Which is it supposed to be? Shit. It's been a while since I've had to install it. and I'm not on the Discord. Which one should I have used? Is there one with dependencies or something like that? because I've completely forgotten. Because I downloaded it once, and it's after that, what ends up happening is once a day, it oh wait. Did I delete it already? Let's see here. Show me list view. Details. Okay, so what is in my downloads folder right now is Forge installer 2.0.15 snapshot dash 08.15.jar. Does that help? Because that's the daily snapshot. These guys are always updating. They're tweaking little things and stuff like that. You know, as you could see by my little news segment, you know, and then the screenshots. Those are all little fixes and stuff, you know, that they're always doing. The community is really active, and the devs are really open to criticism and bugs and stuff like that. They want to get that stuff taken care of. So every day it prompts me for an update. So I think that was it for updating or for installing. I'm not sure. An hour in and I've barely played any Magic. I've just been talking about Forge. Like, that's all I've been doing. And yes, I'm on Windows. Why Java 17? Did I need to do Java? I don't remember. It's just been so long. Like I've been playing this darn thing for 2 years. Oh, okay. Is that bad? Like, are you not a fan of Java? Oh, okay. Yeah, me, I'm just like, yeah. I guess I was willing to do it at some point. Like I said, I don't know, it's been 2 years at least. So I'm surrounded. Oh, and now an extra one's popped. God. It might come with Windows 11. I am on Windows 11 now. That's not what my laptop came with. I started on Windows 10. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is the way it's supposed to look. There we go. So for a while I've been messing with Forge and how it looks, just because, you know, it started with me just wanting my avatar in it, but then it started like this gray and red color palette is not native to the game. I found the ways to add this in and stuff. I'll keep this hand. Alright, Fervent Champion. Creature, Human Knight, first strike and haste. Whenever Fervent Champion attacks, another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Equip abilities you activate that target Fervent Champion cost 3 less to activate. Oh, fuck you. Alright, I gotta let through. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, and I even found a way to mess with the mouse cursor. So I copied the one from Arena, and I just made it black and white, but then I filled in the black spot between the two sections with green and red. So there's 3 different icons for the mouse. One is black, one is like full green, and the other is full red. And basically what that does is tell you if the magnifier is on, so that when you hover over, you just get the big version of it. So I just put those 2 colors into the middle there. Why doesn't that auto yield? That's supposed to auto yield. I will pay to get rid of that for now. There we go. That's what I need. Another land. And I've already played one. So there you go. Yeah. I will get my Bloodthirsty Airless on the field. What does this do? Okay, who is this? Varchild. Betrayer of the Yeldor? I think that might... Kieldor? Like a K with a Y? Like Kieldor? Let's see. Legendary creature, Human Knight. Whenever Varchild deals combat damage to a player, that player creates that many 1/1 red survivor tokens. Survivors your opponents control can't block, and they can't attack you or a planeswalker you control. When Varchild leaves the battlefield, gain control of all survivors. Alright. Bleh. I will end turn. Circle of Loyalty. Legendary artifact. This spell costs 1 generic less to cast for each knight you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. For 3 generic, 1 white, and tapping this artifact, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. Okay. I gotta get her off the field. You can have the survivors. I do not care. God damn. Okay, I concede. This deck doesn't lose unless I get mana raped. Like it's not the the greatest deck. Obviously, it is a casual deck, but it does not lose unless I'm getting mana raped. Like I there we go. Sort by name. Yep. Other way, please. Thank you. Oh. There's something else I need to do with this. Talk about customizing. Let's see. Yep, C21 and all that. I forgot to put in I ended up re-downloading all my cards. And that got rid of my tokens. Or not my tokens, my proxies. For like Bloodthirsty Aerialist and Carsey Revenant and Olivia's Wrath and all them. Which sucked. So now my deck doesn't have the consistent theme. Alright, let's see if my deck won't screw me this time. Alright. There's 2 swamps and both my Carsey Revenant and my Bloodthirsty Aerialist, which that's part of my combo. And there's my 3rd land. Awesome. Yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I will get Carsey Revenant out first. Yep, you hit me all you want. I don't care. I'm going to play my Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Alright, let us get my life back. As if I ever had one. Man, you were just loading up the keywords onto this thing. See, this is what I was talking about earlier with how it will update everything that is going on with the card. So, right now it even says it has attached Basilisk Collar. And then all the extra keyword abilities are up here. But it also has icons letting you know. But then again, I have heavily I've made this so it looks as much as I'm actually just putting down cards as possible. Basically, what I want it to look like is an automated spell table. I like spell table where it just looks like you're putting down cards. Not animations, not these floating little monsters, showing that you have flying and all this crap. Or my cards flying at your icon or whatever. I don't want that. I want a TCG, and I want to play a TCG, and I want to look like a TCG when I'm playing it. So I even found at some point they implemented an option to make the hand horizontal. It didn't always used to be this way. It used to be like 2 columns off here on the side, over here. I realized I was gesturing with my hand, that you can't see. So I'm like, no, use your mouse, idiot. But this used to be like 2 columns right here. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I was just going through settings one day, and I saw that there was an option to have it like this. I was just like, okay, that's nice. It also does it with all the other stuff. But I don't mind that, because even with my graveyard being horizontal, it's just like, it's like I take my graveyard and just spread it out across my game board. So it's, to me, it's all the same. I will get my Sorin the Mirthless out, so I can start getting not blood tokens, but vampire tokens. That way I get more lifelink. And then end my turn. Well, it was good while it lasted. You know, one more land would be nice. A red one would be really nice. So I can destroy that or that. Or just wipe everything out because I have 3, you know. But I will go ahead and attack with these. At this point, he's kind of outscaling me. Yep. Outscaled. Oh, thanks, fucker. A little late for you. Okay, I need to draw a card. See if I can get... Finally, yes! And because of his ability, I get it for free. Put it down. I can start... Yeah, because I need to hit that. Okay, let's see. Whenever attacks, put the top 6 cards of your library. You! I need to kill you. Literally you. So you're what's giving people indestructible, so you've got to go. But I should be able to defend him because she has outscaled them. So maybe or not. Let's see. You may put an order card from among them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Well, so that's 6 of 5. So yeah, I can block with her. And that should still keep my my creature and my planeswalker. Okay. So I've got 3. Let's first hit all that. There we go. No, we don't. And now we will attack. Create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. Okay. Let's see here. Let's first see what we can get out. Nah. Let's take out that wire of his. There we go. Let's get these 2 out. Yeah. And let's get rid of that artifact. There we go. Things are happening. Next turn, I should just like all send it. Or full send it. Oh, first. There we go. Now. Let's full send it. Woohoo! Alright. Sword of the Squeak. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control with a base power or toughness of 1. Whenever a hamster, mouse, rat, or squirrel you control enters, you may attach Sword of the Squeak to that creature, or for anything else, equip 2. Armored Sky Hunter, so that's the one we faced there on the field. Gold Warden's Helm has 4 Morodin. Let's see, each creature gets equipped creature gets +0/+1, and equip it for 1 generic and 1 white mana. Bespoke Battle Garb. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Celebration. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents entered the battlefield under your control this turn, attach Bespoke Battle Garb up to 1 target creature you control, or you can equip it for 2 generic. Finally, Bloodthirsty Blade. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and is goaded. For 1 generic, attach Bloodthirsty Blade to target creature and opponent controls. Activate only as a sorcery. Let's see. Okay. Silent Steeding has successfully been defended, and you should return to report your success. Okay, sweet. I will. Oh, wait. I already had that. Yep, that's where that green arrow is coming from. It's telling me where to go to collect my rewards. Come on, give me my money. Give me money. Where is it? Okay, yeah, it's just down the path. Give me money, 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 money. The leaders of Silent Steeding have you to thank for their freedom and likely their heads. +2 local reputation and +500 gold. Quest complete. Alright, hit save. Alright, I've been going for an hour and a half without a break, and usually I would have taken one about half an hour ago. So, I'm going to go take a 15. Please enjoy the cat cam whenever it comes on. And Druid's Union, if you are still here, give me an update if you have installed Forge. If you're having any trouble, well, I honestly don't know if anything I can do. Be right back. All right, and I'm back. Please don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button wherever you're watching. Please give this a share on all your socials. Help kind of spread the word of it. Let's see. Let's catch back up here on the chat. Downloaded. All right, awesome. Good to hear it, Druid's Union. Just importing decks. Okay. Do alchemy and arena? Yes, they do. For this, I play strictly in universes, universes within paper cards. So if you can find it in paper, you can play it. However, get back to the gameplay here. Hit save. Blah 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 blah. Come on, there you go. Okay, let me get to classic real quick. Let me get to constructed. Yeah, let's just pick this one. Hit new deck. Stargates, blah, Star Trek, blah, blah, ugh. One of my favorite cards is Jessie Zane Famebringer. She isn't crazy, but it's so much fun. Jessie. Oh, it would help if I spelled. There she is. Right there for you, bud. Let's see what she do. Ugh, green. So, let's see. Death Touch, when she enters the battlefield, and whenever you cast a snake spell, conjure a card. Yes, conjure does work in this. They did implement conjure. Like I said, the only cards that are not implemented are ones that are like, they'll update the card pool as like spoiler season is going on and stuff, but once it's revealed, they really get to work implementing every single card into the game. The only ones that they don't implement are ones that they physically can't. Like, there is no way to ensure the card resolves, and that's just a very select few unset cards. So like Unfinity and stuff like that. And even then, most of those cards are in there's a lot of unsets that are currently in. But yeah, let's see, you can search by sets and formats. Like, you can search, let's just do Brawl real quick. So yeah, man. Let's do a different one. Let's try other formats. Sanctioned, casual. Oh, yeah, digital historic. Let's collapse some of these to get to more of those, because there are... Those one access the deck menu and the bot matches. That's just... This little bit right here will get you to decks. As you can see on this sidebar, there's a bunch of stuff to choose from, including draft, booster draft, and sealed decked. But constructed, just right here, pick your variant that you'd like. So like commander and whatnot. So these will add little things like the commander slot. Your UI is completely weird. Are you playing Forge or are you playing Forge Adventure? Because like I said, there are two things that get downloaded, and they're just... This is the user-friendly one. This is the one that you're seeing me use. It's Forge Adventure. It's got the more pixelated icon to reflect that there's adventure mode. But then there's Forge, which has like the global looking icon with Forge across it. Okay, then yeah, your AI is going to look a lot different to mine. So I don't have a way of showing, because I don't have my stream set up for that. Would I be able to real quick? Sources. Let's see. Let's open up Forge. I should at least know what I can do with OBS, so this is a little this is a little experiment for me. I don't mind experimenting. I should be able to, you know, answer questions on an application that I've played for 2 darn years. It's currently loading decks right now. Here, we will learn together. Eventually. When it gets there. Anytime now. Filling the dead air. Okay, it's past that. It's loading quests and stuff. Don't even care. Won't be playing any quests. Come on. Oh, thank you for telling me you're opening the main window. I don't see the main window. Damn it. What'd it do? Freeze on me? Oh, no. There it goes. Oh, and it opened right into the part where I was taking all the screenshots of the change log. Okay, add source. Window. Add new window. Ah, there we go. Ah, it is. I'm doing it live. It looks ugly. Ah! Oh no! Look at it all. Where are my kitties? There we go. My poor kitties were. Okay, there we go. So let me get So do you see up at the top where there are 2 tabs next to Forge? The Forge icon? Because up there it says Deck Editor. Or there should be a tab that says Deck Editor. So that's where you can of course my camera, quote unquote, is it's currently covering that, but there should be a tab that says Deck Editor. It should be right next to the Home tab. Oh, okay. Well, hey, there you go. Didn't even need me. I can get rid of this. Yes, I am sure I want to exit it. Okay, I will just... Well, I'll keep that. I'll just make it... Actually, what is this? Awesome, I'm glad you did. It's one game. Alright, I will hide my sources to stop cluttering up my OBS UI. Alright. Yeah, as you're probably looking at right now, and then, you know, looking at my screen, it's going to be a vastly different experience because of how much information is going to be front loaded just in your face the entire time. That's why I find this to be much better for streaming and stuff, is that it makes it a lot, you know, it really simplifies it. So I don't dislike the other UI. Like when I play Commander, it is very helpful to have all of that in my face all at once. So and for this adventure mode, there is a way to play Commander in it. Let's see here. If you want to play this, you can go to settings and pick World Realm of Legends. That has Commander in it. And it has, like, the enemies in it will have their colors of their commander displayed under them as they're walking around and whatnot. It's pretty experimental. It's the devs are really pulling some work, you know, or putting some work into it. You know, a lot. They're really working on it. It's coming along, I think. Then you have Chandelar Old Border. This is all cards printed before Modern. So I believe that was introduced in the 8th edition. So it's going to be everything before the Old Border, or before the Modern Border. So, and when you play this game, you start with like a limited card pool based on your selections when you're setting up your world, and then you can you buy cards. And I shouldn't say buy them. You get cards by defeating enemies, collecting chests, you know, or opening chests, and you can buy singles and packs. And this game, you can, you know, just Chandelar Vanilla has cards from the entire expanse of Magic. You know, across its 30-year history. So, do I have any quests concerning the undead? I don't, but I'll take them on anyway. I will definitely mulligan this. Yeah, fine, I'll keep this. I'll send back one Vampire's Kiss. And I'll keep... play my Swamp. Blight Sickle. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has Wither. Equipped for 2. I'll get out my Restless Bloodseeker. Okay. I'll just hit him with my other Vampire's Kiss. I will sacrifice both my blood tokens to transform him. Oh, that's another animation. They show the cards flipping over and stuff. Spawning Pool. Base power 1/1 and becomes a black creature skeleton until end of turn. It auto yield. Oh, and then you destroy my... Okay, asshat. Okay, I will use my blood token to discard that so I can draw a new card. Not a land. Could really use one. There we go. Yeah, get out my Carsey Revenant. Of course. Well, I'm getting rid of that. Because I need to attack. Okay. Flying Infect. Oh, why doesn't it have an effect or infect icon? It should have that. See. So that's a bug. But I would not report it. I report when there are things wrong with my cards. I don't report when there are things wrong with my opponent's cards, or with, you know, with cards with the AI plays, because I like to say that the AI is cheating. I like to accuse it of cheating. It's like, you're not disclosing that you have infect with your thing. You must be cheating. Okay, return that from... Okay. You know, it figures. Alright. I guess I'll just... See, my death touch is holding them back for now, but... I need to... get stuff going here. Drudge spell. Remove from the game 2 target creature cards in your graveyard to put a skeleton token into play. Treat this as a 1/1 black creature with regenerate. If it leaves play, bury all skeleton. Okay. Ooh, good, a land. Just what I needed. Because that way I can play Gluttonous Guest. And then still have enough for her effect. Let's see. Right. No, he didn't even think about it. Let's see. I will power up my... Oh! And I've already won. Let's see. Masio, Vane's New Dean. Ooh, that's a Strixhaven card. Underworld Sentinel and Skeleton Scavengers. I'll actually get rid of this. I don't like the way old border cards clash with the rest of my collection. Let's see. You know what I just realized? I'm supposed to be playing my dragon deck. Is it even ready to be played, I wonder? Oh, by the way, in adventure mode, you can play with a minimum deck size of 40. Because I believe it's Vanguard, you can have a minimum deck size of 40. Alright. And you can... There's all sorts of ways to display your deck. So that you can do like... let's see here. We'll sort... Or no, we'll group by pile. Right? Oh no, there's piles. Okay. Let's see. Mana value. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So I've got actually something I want to accomplish with this. Let's remove one of those, because I don't like this mana curve. Oof. Let's look up. I'm going to sort this by set. I want Dragons of Tarkir. I'm going to have to scroll. Or I can just do the smart thing and collapse these until I get to what I need. There we go. Alright. Oh, here's a dragon. When it attacks, surveil 1. Boulder-born dragon. Oh, that's 5. I'm trying to aim to get a little faster than that. Let's see here. I wonder how many different editions of Evolving Wilds I have. I should check that. Once I'm done looking for any other dragons. Do I have... There's a dragon I'm looking for that, like... allows me to double damage. I'm not seeing him. I must not have pulled him yet. But I pulled a bunch of these Tempest Hawks. Maybe I need to build a deck around that. So whenever it deals damage to a player, you may search your library for a card named Tempest Hawk, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Just have a whole deck full of these and anything that can like bam them out. What I'm trying to do with this deck is build it to... Oh, I have a hollow foil of one of these, so I can get rid of another one of these. Move to collection. Or to auto sell. But what I'm trying to build is a deck that is... which moves it? Standard legal. Or from only standard legal cards, because it's not going to be standard legal because it's only 40. Let's give it a test. I'm going to save real quick. Let's take on this vampire. Ooh, oh, a high vampire. Oh, crap. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Voice of Victory. Burst Lightning. Alright, well, those are playable, so... Deals 2 damage to any target. If the spell was kit, it does 4 instead. I have to give it another 6 mana to kick it. Jeebus. Okay, and turn. Well, I'll just go ahead and not kick it. Hit that. Slaughter Specialist. Okay. Oh, goody. When this enchantment enters exiled non-land permanent. It's the battlefield, okay? Let's go ahead and exile. Yep. Boom. And then I'm just going to attack real quick with my little human token. Swinging it for 1. Let's put down a swamp. Each dragon you control. Yeah. Awesome. God, this would take 7. Maybe this was a bad inclusion. I will add 1 white so I can get out my Voice of Victory. And then end turn. I'll have to let it hit. Okay, of course. After attacking, sacrifice. Okay. Let's see how this will work. And we'll just auto. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. I don't think this deck is prepared to. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cut down on these. These were dead draws. I'm not drawing enough land for this. I'm just gonna concede, lose the gold. Yeah, lose the 90. Let's see. Where do I have the best reputation? Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport. Let's see, sell my... Yeah, there we go. 2,700. Actually, that's evolving. Oh yeah, I have a few sets of this card. A few play sets as well. Now, which do I like more? I don't think we're going to make it back in time for the introduction to Prophecy. Dragonstorm chasers are not deterred by danger. They claim there is nothing like witnessing the land embracing the power of a storm. Aww. I like the art of both of them. I like the flavor text of both of them. I'm going to keep the most recent one, because I have a playset of both of them. Alright, 3K. I need to check my notes to see what is currently standard legal and universes within. None of these are. Actually, we just passed the 2-hour mark, so it's time for another break. I will be right back. Alright, and I'm back. And I just realized I have only a little over half an hour left of the stream, and I've only used my dragon deck once. Not great success. Dang it. But I will go ahead and work on it in between streams. See if I can, I don't know, maybe do another little side quest of pack pulls. That's something I did not talk about with my update, is that I changed 2 of my OOC videos on YouTube and Rumble. Wait, did I change them on Rumble? I'll have to check. But I changed them on YouTube. But I changed my two my 2 OOC videos where I did pack pulls. I changed those to adventure side quests, because they're the cards that I'm pulling are for adventure, so that was just a little idea I had. Oh, I'll just turn them into side quests, which reminds me that I need to do some more of those to fill out my inventory a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and get back to looking for cards to pull. I'm not going to pull from here. This shop doesn't have the cards I want, or the packs that I want. I'll only be able to pull 3 because I only have 3,000 gold. And as a little reminder, please remember to like and share the stream on all your socials. Help spread the word about this little stream I've got going. That'd be nice. Let's see, no packs here. Let me go down to where I've marked this, see if it has ones that I want. Nope, it's just got a vampire singles shop. So let's try here. Nope, once again, nothing that I want. Let's check the map real quick. Oh, I think it's one of these ones. I think it's this one that I've got marked with a reputation of 25. I've got a reputation of -1 here. They don't like me. Which, of course, means that anything I try and buy there is going to be more expensive instead of cheaper. Come on, get around that. Oof. Got a lot to get around. Oh, I better change my deck back to Out for Blood. Let's see, give us a quick save. Come on. There's some. Ah, yes, Windless Wetlands. All right. I've got quite a few good stuff here. Let's see. Let me look at my list. Yep. Lorwyn Eclipse is one of them. Murders at Markov Manor is another. Not Brothers War. Here's a Druid's Union, if you're still watching. You can pull packs of arena cards in Adventure. This is one of them. They've recently which moves it, updated the game to have as many of these packs and whatnot for arena packs. They really start updating the heck out of these, because these were lagging for a while, but then they started putting these Pioneer Masters and all those into the game. Lost Caverns. Oh, and that's all for now that we can buy. Ooh, Secrets of Strixhaven. And then another Murders at Karlov Manor. I don't know why I keep saying Markov Manor. Alright, let's go ahead and open these up. Crack some packs. Get rid of that. Alright, we've got Eclipsed Elf. Creature, Elf Scout. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an elf, swamp, or forest card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then we'll get rid of this blue card, and this, and that, and that one, and these 2, and then the plain swamp, because I only do full arts when I can. Let's see, get rid of this. Wojek Investigator. Creature, Angel Detective. Flying Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, investigate once for each opponent who has more cards in their hand than you. Polygraph Orb. Oh, we've already pulled that. Let's see. Gearbane Orangutan. Creature, Ape. With Reach. When Gearbane Orangutan enters the battlefield, choose one. Destroy one target artifact. Sacrifice an artifact. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Gearbane Orangutan. Get rid of the blue card there. Rot Farm Mortipede. Creature insect. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, Rot Farm Mortipede gets +1/+0 and gains menace and life link until the end of turn. Let's see, push and pull. Push, sorcery. Destroy target tapped creature. Pull, sorcery. Put 2 target creature cards from a single graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. They gain haste until the end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. And then get rid of the rest. And then open up Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I'm not seeing any of the cards I need for my anti-boss deck from here. Disappointing. And I've sold off enough of what I don't want for one more pack. Let's get Secrets of Strixhaven. That's got blue. That's got blue. Oh, but I've already got one. Which means there's one hiding in my inventory. This is probably a foil. As pretty as the land is, I don't play green. Let's cut it down a bit to see where that green is that I don't want. Ooh, I don't want that. Where is it? Hmm. Oh, there it is. And I'll sell off one of these since I already have a playset with the hollow included. Oh look, I've got enough for another pack again. Hmm. We'll get the alchemy pack and sell off the alchemy card. Get rid of that. Sell off all the other cards I don't play. And again, just enough for another pack. Let's see. Try that again. We'll get another Lost Caverns. I always forget which... Nope, I don't see what I need. Well, shoot. Because from here, I will need... Oh, where is it? Here we go. I'll need 4 Deep Cavern Bat and 1 Exquisite Blood. So I haven't pulled any of those. Okay, that's definitely nowhere near enough for another pack. Alright, so I have 1 quest spot available. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to be completing Spores of Death until I have a competent boss deck available. What about these guys that I have -1 reputation from? There we go. You, come here. The gnome speaking to you seems very out of place here. He wears a white, pristine robe that was either a long shirt or custom tailored for him. He acts like he belongs here, and that he owns the place, however. So I walk over without a word. The gnome gives a satisfied grunt and continues to issue orders. He puts a small satchel in your hands. Here, take this. Here, take this compass, follow it, remove anything it points to. When it no longer points, return to me. You can't resist slipping in one thing. Understood, I'll be back shortly. Accept quest. The joke goes over his head. You retrieve the compass from his pouch as you approach the town's gate. It's made of a deeply dark stone with a single red needle that indicates where to find your targets. Oh, no. I'm caught in the hitbox. There we go. Where am I going? Okay. It'll be faster if I take the route. Nope. Alright, save real quick. Oh yay, blue. Lots and lots of blue. Let's see. Yeah, let's risk it. Bloodhound. Creature, elemental dog. 3 generic and tap it to investigate. I need to get start getting some armor that lets me do stuff like, or I have equipment on the field and whatnot, just right off the bat. All right, start getting these car seat revenants up. Of course. Okay, yeah. I love not being allowed to play the game. There we go. Yep, right back to my hand. He's got to run out of that kind of stuff eventually. He's only got 2 cards in hand. Eventually cannot come soon enough. Thank you. All right. Oh, he's starting to investigate. Get my last car seat remnant on the field. And attack with 2 of them. Hopefully sacrifice something to block it. Nope. And go ahead and attack with these 2 again. That's what I like to see. Sacrifice your stuff. Okay, champion and elemental. When this permanent enters, sacrifice it unless you exile another elemental you control. Okay. I'll just attack with all 3 of my remnants. One of them is bound to get through. I'll just sell all of these. Let's go for this guy next. Merfolk Warrior. Wow. Okay. Thieving Skydiver. Creature, Merfolk Rogue. Kicker, X. X can't be 0. Flying, when... Ooh. Nice little yawn there. When thieving... Yep, it's definitely coming to the end of the string. When Thieving Skydiver enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with mana value X or less. If that target is an equipment, attach it to Thieving Skydiver. Just take out a few creatures. Nope, just one. I can't math. Answer a flyer for a flyer. I'm gonna have to take that out. I don't like when you just are unblockable. Give me some of my life back. Yeah, another Revenant. Until end of turn. Of course, there's always got to be those, extra turn effects. Boom. And so, why doesn't this have a art to it? Oh well, not like I'm gonna play it anyway. Shards, cards, shards and cards. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, that's Universes Beyond. And so is that. They've got to go as well. Alright, take out this guy. Hopefully I can have this quest completed before the stream is over. Let's mulligan. Even worse hand. Oh, I'm not gonna fall for that twice. And turn. Thank you. Get rid of him. At least one gets through. Transform him. Get a little life back. Too bad I don't have my bloodthirsty aerialist on the field. Figures. Transform him. Again. Damn. Sure would be nice if I, get something useful. Okay, what am I going to block with? And they can't be blocked this turn. Thanks, deck. I appreciate that. Alright. Well, let's see here. It is about that time. Let me bring up my status page. And here. Well, my dear viewers, it's been one heck of an adventure, but it's about time I head out. At the conclusion of this stream, we are sitting at 420 wins, nice, 80 losses, with a win-loss ratio of 5.25. I don't even remember what the... I don't even think I kept count my last stream just because it was all commander, and it wasn't even an adventure. Um, tried out my fledgling dragon deck. It did not work out so well. So I need to keep working on that. Right now I'm writing Planar Conquest number 6. I don't have the gameplay footage done for it yet. I've got the ether pulls and 2 attempts at deck building, but one of which I've completely written out for the script, but I figure I'm not going to like that deck. It doesn't conform to the spirit of the shard that it belongs in. So I'm thinking of just scrapping that deck and the footage of me building it entirely, starting from scratch, and then having to rewrite that. Meanwhile, I'm also working on, like I said earlier, a deck or a video about the greatest vampires in Magic going at it. I don't know whether I want to be a series yet or one big movie. I guess that will determine how many games are played in it. Whether it's just 1 versus 1 for each vampire, if it's a very long movie, because there's 16 opponents. So maybe if it's 2 out of 3, it can be a series. But that's what I've got kind of cooking in the works between those two. It's also taken a little while because I decided to redo my stills that I use for my videos. I found a pair of actual red sunglasses instead of me just using old stills and using Photoshop to poorly recolor them, which has led to some degradation in the files. So just to get just that perfect shade of red, it hasn't been working out so well. So I'm just gonna redo the whole darn set. So that's like 85 stills to redo. But it's better than me not liking what I've got. So, but other than that, if you like this stream, you can tap the like button, drop a sub on the battlefield, share it on all your socials to help spread the word, and or use your keyword ability Hindsight and, or 1 mana of any color, comment on all my misplays below. Don't forget to check out my Rumble, Kick, and Twitch channels. If you like MTG Forge and want to explore it, maybe using it as a tool to make your own decks better or head out onto your own adventure, a link to the GitHub page will be in the description below. If you want to show some support for what I'm doing, feel free to visit my Ko-Fi. The names of my monthly Ko-Fi contributors will replace my name under producer in the credits of every new video. Or if you want to send that appreciation to the amazing team dedicated to keep this labor of love going, visit their own Ko-Fi. Both will be linked in the description below. Until next time, this has been Manny Magi, the Masked Magic Man, on my grand adventure. Insert original send-off here.